Okay, I'm super excited for the Zoom. We have our April top enrollers on to give us our best tips for enrolling loyal customers and distributors. So we're going to start with Jade. She literally enrolled like 16 LCs in like 4 days last month. So Jade, just start with a little bit of your story and a couple of your best tips for enrolling loyal customers.
Okay, so I joined, it'll actually be 3 years in like a week, which is crazy. But I'm a double diamond, and obviously Celeste enrolled me. So at first I was following Celeste on Instagram, and I was seeing how much she was posting about how many trips she was going on. Oh my God, sorry, someone's shooting outside my window. Like all this money she had, the vacation she was going on, and like I knew I deserved that, and I just wanted to give it a shot. So I joined her team, and obviously double diamond today, and she's like my best friend now. So it's crazy, like the friendships this business also brings on top of everything. But yeah, so for mass enrolling, there's 3 big steps for me. First is the obvious messaging. So in the morning, before I even get out of bed, like I'm excited. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, today I'm enrolling 3 to 4 LCs. And I'll be upfront with you right now. My goal is like my minimum goal is 63 BV a day. Like that's what I need to achieve my goal for this month. And I've been enrolling like 200 a day because when it comes down to it at the end of the month, I don't want to be rushing around getting all these LCs like for X amount of volume. Like you don't want to do that. So you want to surpass your goal every day and try to like, just get more than what you need, because you don't want to, trust me, you don't want to do that. And I message 8 to 10 an hour on both of my accounts. And again, that's before I get out of bed, because I feel like I don't want to get anything done until I know I've sent those messages out. And then I feel like I can go on with my day. And same with like if you guys work or like if you go to school, just make sure like you wake up literally 5-10 minutes earlier to get those messages out, and you'll feel so much better. Sorry, I'm just looking at what I wrote down. Okay, that's really it for messaging. Obviously, like you need to stay consistent with messaging because that's a really essential part of this business. But second of all, host to post, super important. And I honestly was not taking this seriously until like 2 months ago. And if you aren't, trust me, you need to, because this host to post can completely turn your business around. It brings in.
Oh, Jade, we can't hear you.
Sorry. What's the last thing I said? Did you hear me at all?
Host to post.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, I wasn't taking it seriously. If you aren't, you need to, because this brought in so much volume for me and my team last month, and it can completely turn your business around. It's definitely a very useful tool in this business. Like it can be huge if you use it the right way. And for host to post, I'm not sure how many people you message. I know everyone's different, but personally, I nonstop message for it, which might sound crazy, but I'm just crazy. So I obviously send out my 8 to 10 an hour, like regular messaging. But I also, like this morning, for instance, I had to get up and get an x-ray. So like I had a doctor's appointment and it was 10:30, and I told myself I'm going to message for host to post until 11 a.m. And I did it, because I literally sit there for half an hour and I will scroll until 2 years ago, and I will message these people to post something for me. And actually yesterday I went in my settings and I like the lock screen thing, it was 30 seconds and I changed it to never because it kept logging me out, and then I had to keep scrolling and it was awful. So if you're going to message nonstop like me, definitely put your lock screen on never. But yeah, host post, super important. And then third, I want to talk about stories. I know a lot of people obviously upload stories every day, but at least I suggest doing at least 10 to 12. Like I always have at least 12. I don't spam it like crazy, but you definitely need to be consistent with it and make sure you're always uploading new stories, or like stories in the past. If you know you got like a lot of replies or like maybe got a customer from it, like just upload it again. because you know you're most likely going to get something from it again. But make sure you're just staying consistent with that, because I mean, 90% of my customers are from host to post now, that I am taking it so seriously. But at the same time, that other 10% is definitely from story replies. Like if I like post making my coffee, which like I know Erica does every day and she gets a lot of LCs from that, it's super important to show them that you're using the products. And when they see you making that coffee every day, or they see you consistently posting about a specific product on your story, they're eventually going to reply and they're going to order. But yeah, I know other people have to talk, but that's basically the 3 things I wanted to talk about. But definitely host to post. If you're not taking it seriously, you need to, because it can turn your business around completely.
That was so good. Thank you so much for sharing. And
Yeah.
go back to posting. Posting you using the products is so important, because people want to see you using what you sell. Like you can talk about Keo coffee like all day long, but if people aren't seeing that you're actually drinking it yourself, they're not going to be as likely to like swipe up on one of your stories or be comfortable like asking you about it. And I know before, when I lived in an apartment, like we had like fake marble, and I was like, oh, like people are gonna think like I don't really like make as much money, or like whatever it is, because like my countertops aren't nice. But that literally has nothing to do with anything. Like people don't care what countertops look like. Doesn't matter like what your mug is, like just show you making your coffee, or you taking your hair, skin, and nails, or drinking your collagen, using your skincare, whatever it is. Just show it, because people want to see you like being real and using your products. Okay, Mallory, can you unmute yourself and give us your tip?
Yes. Hey everybody. So like I started this business. I have 3 kids, 3 boys. So, you know, they're going to be breaking bones, being in the hospital. So I'm going to need a bunch of money anyways. But like I started this business because I'm tired of living like stressing about when my next bill is going to be paid and everything. And like another thing is I've gained so many friendships from this business. Like I just wanted to point that out, and there'll be lifelong friendships. But my biggest like advice, so I cold message every day. Like I have like at least 20 messages that are just cold messaging. I send at least so I do host to post 3 times a day, once in the morning, once around lunch, and then once in the evening. And I send at least 30 at a time. I try not to send too much because I don't want to get blocked, but I'll do about 30 host to post at a time, 3 times a day. I'll cold message off and on throughout the day. And I also do like at least 1, but maximum 2 product posts a day, because I don't want my page to look spammy or people to think that, you know, it's a scam. And I always have a positive attitude. I feel like my attitude is my biggest thing when it comes to selling every day. Like yesterday, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really work yesterday because my attitude was terrible. And I was up all night with my kids, so I knew that I wouldn't work to the best of my ability with my attitude. So I feel like a positive attitude is super, super important every day whenever you're doing this, because if you aren't positive and you're not happy and you're not, you know, you don't feel like you can sell the product, then you're not going to. If you tell yourself, okay, today's going to be a good day, I'm going to sell, you know, I'm going to have 10 LCs, I'm going to get 2 DTs. If you have that mindset, then you're going to do it. And you have to be excited about it. You can't just, you know, be monotoned and talk like this and expect people to be excited about what you are selling them or what you're trying to get them to accomplish with their health or beauty goals. You have to be excited about it. And I believe in the products myself, and I believe in the business itself. And I think that's one of my biggest aspects and why I was able to enroll so many last month. You know, I was able to sell the hell out of some Skinny Brew because I drink it every single day. And every time I talk to someone about Skinny Brew, yo, I need it. Like, it makes me, feel better throughout the day. It gives me so much energy. I look forward to getting up and fixing my coffee every day. Me and my boyfriend labeled our bags. He's the distributor up under me. And me and my boyfriend labeled our bags so that we would not drink each other's because we love it that much. And so I used 2 out of his last month and I had to return it into his bag. But another thing is whenever I'm messaging someone about a product, I always, like, usually we use result pictures, like on our post or in our stories. When I'm messaging someone about a product, I always send them a result picture so they can see what someone's results look like. And I always tell them, yours can vary. If you use a different diet or you work out, more than they did, your results may be more than theirs was. But I always use a result picture whenever I'm messaging someone. And my customers from last month, like 4 of them, I've gotten 4 people to send me like a selfie. And me and Britt were talking about this earlier. I feel like this is, something big that you can use. I've gotten 4 customers to send me a selfie with their products when they got them in the mail. And then I used that selfie and I posted on my story. And I was like, okay, another happy customer. Like, I want people to see that people are ordering these products and they are loving them. I had one person today send me result pictures from a week. She has lost 10 pounds in a week due to diet and exercise off of 2 products that she ordered from me. And she was so happy about it. So I always ask people to send me a selfie with the products when they get them in the mail. And that just shows everybody else that, hey, this isn't a scam. People are ordering. People do believe in these products. They're giving them a try. Why shouldn't I? And then, like, my last thing was stories. I post, a story at least like 3 times a day. That way, depending on how many friends you have, that way you are put back to the beginning of the list so that people will see your story, throughout the day. And then I always put up like a poll on my stories. Like, so today I put up a skinny brew and said, on the poll, it was like, I want to order some or give me more info. And so I've had a lot of people react to that. And then so my last thing, I know someone else has to talk, but my last thing, I have a really hard time speaking in front of people. And so when I started this business, I was like, okay, I'm going to, get out of that shell. I'm going to go live every day. I have not gone live every day. But I have gone live twice in the past week, and I am very proud of myself because I have gotten, more people interested from going live. So I really do suggest going live like every day, showing the product or, just interacting with people. You don't even have to talk about the business. Just go live, and show people that you're a real person and that you're living everyday life. But that's my tips.
Those were all so good. I'm definitely asking my customers to send me selfies now. That was awesome. Okay, and you just joined like a couple months ago, right?
Sorry. Yeah, I joined March 18th. So I've been in the business about a month and a half now.
Wow, fire. Thank you so much for sharing. And I want to go back to when you were talking about like being excited. That's literally the most important thing. I always say this business is 20% skill, 80% mindset. And Nayara Roberto literally joined Cassie because how excited she was. Nay was like, she literally could have been selling dog poop for all I know, but she was so excited, I knew I had to join. Like, she was like, we're both going to be millionaires. Like, I know we are. Like, you have to do this with me. And she was so excited. And now they are both millionaires. So that's amazing. And we all have bad days. Like, we all, like, have, like, a little rut or, like, we're in a bad mood. So try finding that one thing that's going to take you out of that bad mood. Whether it's like reading a book, listening to like your favorite song, going for a walk, whatever it is, have that one thing that you know is going to take you out of that bad mood so that it doesn't ruin your whole day. Okay, for me, Erica, I like to print on Freaky Friday and take a shot, and then I'm gonna enroll Mad LCs. Okay, so just have that one thing that is going to lift you up and get you out of that bad mood. Okay, who's next? Caitlin, will you share your story and a tip for enrolling LCs?
So my name's Caitlin. I joined March 16th. I enrolled under Danny, and I am already a Ruby. I pushed really hard, enrolling DTs and LCs. One of my biggest things for me is literally posting. Like every day before I get out of bed, I throw up stories on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, wherever. After I throw those up, I get up, I make my skinny brew, or today I had keto coffee. I post that as well. Then I'll wait a little bit throughout the day, unless there's like a new deal or something, then I'll throw something up again. And then later on, I'll drink collagen or take my hair, skin, or nails or whatever, and I'll post that too. And then I post again before I go to bed because of the time that, like, I know Instagram does it. I don't know if Facebook does it, but they put it in time order. So I want me to always be as close to the front as I can. So I make sure I have a little bit of gap, and then I post again so that I pop right back up to the front. Host to post, I'm getting more into, and it has been working. So keep pushing for host to post. Keep doing it when they tell you to do it. Do it. It does help. I've been moving, so not as much, but I'm trying because it does help. And then I follow a lot and interact a lot. I make sure that at least like an hour and a half a day I'm interacting, and as I'm interacting, I'm following other people that are interacting with their posts. I know they're on Facebook, they're active and all of that. And that's the main tips that I have.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one more question. So you're super new, you're young. What is your top tip for someone that just enrolled and is maybe like nervous about reaching out to people?
Okay, so that was me 100%. When I first joined, I was scared that I was going to reach out and they were going to tell me no, or they weren't going to have the money, and then what was I going to do? And I wasn't going to get any customers. And you have to get out of that mindset, and you just have to do it, because once I started just doing it, I started seeing the results. Like this one girl, Ashley, she's an LC for me, and I know her from like elementary, middle school, and I was like, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. And I waited to message her for like a week, and then I finally did, and she bought over $100 worth of products. So like, even when you're thinking, don't do it, just do it. Like, just do it. You can just do it.
I love that. Same thing when I joined. So when I joined, I only had like 300 Instagram followers, and everyone that I had on Instagram, I had on Facebook. So I just messaged all of them on Facebook while I started building my Instagram. And literally all of the people that I thought would order from me, like my friends and family, didn't. And all of the other girls from high school that I was nervous to message and didn't think they'd ever order, they were all my first LCs. So literally, don't be afraid to message people. The worst thing they can say is no, and like that's okay, because they're gonna start seeing your posts and then they're gonna come back and want them anyways. Okay, next we have Leah. Will you share your story and your best tip for mass enrolling LCs?
Of course I can. So I'm Leah. I joined about a year and a half ago, a little bit over now. I went diamond in 4 months of joining, and I joined around the same time as Erica. Woo! We're in it, baby. We're shooting for a diamond or a double diamond right now. I enrolled with Nicole, so I watched her for, I want to say, like 6 months maybe, and I saw her with her, I knew what got me. It was the Mercedes picture, that she had a freaking Mercedes at like 20 something years old. I'm like, girl, I want that. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I want that. Like, I don't want no gas. I want that. You know what I mean? So I hit the ground running when I joined. I did not stop, okay? Yeah, and that's pretty much my story. I'm here now. We're going double. So, host to post, that is my main way of getting customers, okay? That's probably like 90% of my customers. Other, any other way is probably like story swipe ups and stuff like that, just like Jade said. I'm really utilizing host to post. If you're not doing it, do it more, please. It works, I promise. If you don't do it, do it. Sorry, I'm reading off this real quick. A big tip for me is I'm a really green personality, so I have to have a schedule throughout my day to make me work, I guess you could say. So like I have this rule: if you don't get up 3 hosts to post, you can't get out of bed. That's my rule. So I always make sure I have 3 up, and then I'm constantly messaging. And that's, I just make a schedule that works for you. Like I know Danny's in school, like she's going to have a completely different schedule than I am because I do this full time. So find out what works for you and do it and just run with it. You'll figure it out as you go. Be consistent, okay? Be consistent. Follow up. Make sure you're following up. I don't follow up always just on Fridays. I'm constantly sending follow-ups for PDTs, PLCs, I'm never just doing it on Fridays. You never know. Somebody could get paid on a freaking Wednesday and you miss that. You know what I mean? So follow up every day. Especially when you start to grow like this mass amount of people that you have to follow up with. You want to be doing it every single day. Okay, so this is a big thing for me. So let's say you first join and you're kind of like standoffish to like asking your upline for questions and stuff like that, and you don't want to send them screenshots. Please, for the love of God, do it. We want you to do it. If you just joined, you need to get those questions answered, because the only way that I was successful was because I was blowing up Nicole's phone like no other. Okay, so just make sure you're doing that. I promise you are never bugging us. Okay, so yeah, that's really, really important. And be yourself. If I can give you any advice, it would be yourself. I am the least girly girl you will ever meet in your entire life, and I'm so proud of that, because I take pictures with my cats in my sweatpants and I get response to that because that's me. I'm not going to go out and put on a dress because some other girl did it. So just be yourself, you guys. It's so important, because they will buy you before they buy the products. And that's all I got.
And Leah's like queen of Facebook host to post. So you obviously message for host to post, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how many times a week or a month do you say you post about like the host to post giveaways?
Well, my Facebook got deleted, so like I just had to make a new one. So when I did have my old Facebook, probably like once or twice a week I would post about that, but I'm like working on getting my old Facebook back and like using this new one right now. But yeah, definitely 1 or 2 times a week to get that bait, and then you can like get tons of post to post out from that for sure.
And on Instagram, you have them post on their page or on their story?
On their story. So, some people will like completely ignore me about putting it on their story, and they'll post it to their page. I'm like, homegirl, that's so okay with me. Like, I'd rather it there anyway. But yeah, I'll usually have them post 2 things. So I have a PDT one made and I have a PLC one made. So I'll have them both post that at the same time. So that way, like, either one will see it, and you have more way of getting people, I guess you could say.
Perfect. Love that. Thank you. Oh, and side tip for host to post, I do the same thing where I have them post an opportunity and then a cleanse post. And on my host to post like picture, I have them text me money, and then like all of my other life posts and stuff, I have them text me opportunity, so I know what they're texting me from. So I know if they saw a host to post or if they saw my page. Okay. Brett, will you share your story and a tip for us?
I was accidentally hitting the camera. Okay. So I'm Brittany. I've been in for almost a year. I can't remember if I joined like mid-May or like end of May, June-ish sometime. Erica's like, yeah. And basically I just joined because I'm in nursing school and I was broke college student, and I'm just sick and tired of living my life like that. And me and Erica, we met through the military, and I seen her like consistently for a month, like posting about what she was doing. And I was like, all right, I finally had to ask her, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And then I signed up the next day. So, and now I'm here. So my tips are just going to be for enrolling distributors. Everyone's kind of covered, like loyal customers. So basically, if you guys don't know what conference is, you have to go next year, because conference is what kicked me in the butt. Like, I was working, but I wasn't like, I wasn't doing everything I should have been, and going to conference like really got me in gear. And so like I had enrolled a couple distributors, but only one of them worked, and she's the only one that's still here from last year. And I didn't really believe that I could like lead other people to do this, and like I just didn't think I could really enroll distributors, because every other one I had enrolled just like signed up and ghosted me. And so after conference, I just was like, if all these other people can do it, like, why can't I? And so it really just started with like believing in myself, and then I just put in the work. So I do like posting to my page every day, and then in my stories. And then I do like distributor host to posts. I do like, well, now I don't do as many because I'm like charted. So now I need like a lot of volume. But I love distributor host to posts. They have always worked for me. And like one of Mallory, she came from one last year, and that was just from following up. So I have like a lot of distributors potential distributors that I follow up with. And then, so like most of them don't join as soon as you talk to them. That's what like a lot of you need to realize. How I signed like 6 people in one day last month was literally from following up with over 700 people, you guys. It wasn't like, I mean, a couple of them did come from a host to post like that week, but the rest of them that month were all from following up. So like, I know a lot of you were like asking like, how did you do that? And like, I've been following up with these people for almost a year. Okay. Like, so don't think I have like magic sauce, because I really don't. So, and then in February and March, I believe I signed like 5 and 5. And so I looked when I put all my people in my Connect app in groups. I talked to like 100, like average, like 100 people both months. That's how many numbers I had. So then in April, I was like, all right, like I got to step my game up and I got to start doing more. So I would strive to get at least 10 hosts to post, just like very, some product and some DT. And then I was just getting up as many as I could every single day. Some days I got up like over 20, some days between like 10 and 15, but like I was getting up a lot of host to post, and I was talking to so many people. For those of you, like I know some girls on my team, and other girls are just like, well, no one's really responding. They think it's a scam, whatever, but it's just because you're not talking to enough people. It's literally a numbers game, you guys. Like, I haven't even put my potentials in from April into Connect yet, but I guarantee you I talked to way more people this past month than I did in March and February, and that's why I signed more. Let me see. So yeah, so then like everyone that I have like from the past, I do like a monthly follow-up. If we have like the discounted BBKs, I follow up with them then. But I always follow up, and then whenever I'm like going through my friends list on Facebook, if I see that I talked to them before about being a distributor, I make sure I like go to their page and like interact on some of their stuff. So it's like, I don't know, they kind of just see that I care about them, basically. And then if they like haven't responded to me for a long time, just asking them like if they're just scared to do this or if it's the money, because 9 out of 10 is always they're just scared. Like it's literally usually not even the money part. Like they're just scared. They don't know what this is. So just ask them and most people will tell you. So yeah, that's basically it. You need to talk to more people and believe that you can enroll distributors. You guys, I literally every morning now I write down like affirmations in my little journal here, and I always write like I'm a mass enroller, and I put like I will enroll 10 distributors, and I freaking did that. So like write it down. That's it. That's all I got.
So down your affirmations is so important, and writing them as if they already happened. Literally, one of my affirmations that I write every single day is I get checks in the mail every week. In the first week that I did that consistently every single day, that next week I got a random check in the mail. Okay, it works. Okay, next we have Ellie, your story and top distributor tips.
Okay. Hi, ladies. My name's Ellie. I have been in the business for 1.5 years, but have taken on and off breaks many a times in between, made so many excuses I can't even count that high. And this quarantine and being home and everything just made me really realize once again, and having such a great team, everyone, so incredible. Erica, Celeste, thank you for everything you do. But just having awesome people to like get super close with during this time and like talk to every day and like root me on, just motivated me to want to like try harder and be better. And then I was like, dude, I got this. Like, it's actually not that hard and it's kind of fun. You just have to be consistent. So top tips for me with distributors is get on the phone. Every single person that I enrolled, I was talking to on the phone for at least an hour, sometimes FaceTime, sometimes a phone call, but they want to like know about me. Like we don't necessarily talk about the business the whole time, but you know, just kind of like get to know them and talk on the phone is a big thing. Also, I always tell them, I'm like, I'm just going to tell you right now, this is not super simple. Like it's gonna that's not hard, but like it's gonna require a lot of consistency and a lot of effort for you to be successful. You have the opportunity to change your life, and you will if you work at it, but you cannot sign up and expect to make all this money if you don't do anything. So I make sure every single time that I tell them that, and sometimes they sign up and then you don't hear from them. Like Britt said, like, and that has happened to me even of people who I've signed recently. Like some of them are working really hard, and then some of them after 2 days won't talk to me anymore. And that's going to happen, and it's very frustrating. And because I hadn't really signed a bunch of people until recently, I'm realizing how frustrating it is. But then I've also realized that like I was a person who was not working and was like saying I would and talking to Celeste and Erica being like, got this, and then I wasn't doing that. So then now I'm on the other end and I'm like, okay, now I get it. So definitely look for those qualities in your distributors. Celeste has said that a lot. Like you want to formulate and come up with the ideal distributor, be that person. And then like if someone's ready to join, like definitely you want to sign them, like you get your fast start, it's great. But looking for those ideal distributors. And I think also just being like, hey, if you need me and you don't want to talk about the business, but you just need a friend, that's been beneficial too. Like I had one of my new distributors call me at 8 a.m. on Sunday the other day because she just needed a friend about something. And that was great because she trusted me, and it had nothing to do with anything with the business. So I also said, like, I'm your friend too. Like, I'm your friend before this. If you need me, you know, come to me and you can trust me and whatever. So that's really great. So those are the big things for me. Just be super authentic, be super real. Tell them that everyone's page has to look the same. And I've said that a couple of times recently, like, your life and my life are not the same, but, you know, soon we'll be hanging out so we could be at the same place and we're going to be so successful. This is so fun. But I mean, like, we don't have the same life, and that's okay because we're both writing our own story. And Celeste just said something about samples, just like sum it up super briefly. I wasn't at conference this year, so I did not understand it too well. So if someone doesn't want to spend $49 on a bag of coffee, even if we're doing BOGO, or the $39 on the keto coffee, you send them the samples for $20. So it's a 3-day sample, and it includes shipping. Super easy. Like, you get them on your phone with the app, just like they get them when they sign up, like a new distributor. I have friends who like want to support me, but are like, honestly, I want to like, and just potential LCs and stuff who want to support me, but they're like, honestly, not sure if I want to spend that because I don't know if I like the taste and whatnot. Bought some 2 days ago. I haven't really tried in the last couple of days to sell them. On the first day, I sold 3. I spent $35. I made $60. One of my friends has, and I also gave her just a keto coffee. We saw each other. She's messaged me and like voice memoed me that she like loves them. She tried it, works like the berry greens a while ago and didn't really like it too much, but she was like, dude, oh my gosh, guarantee you she's going to sign up by the end of the week. And so it's just like a great way for people to try the products before. I'm really hoping that eventually it's not just Skinny Brew, that they do it for other stuff too, because I think that would be super awesome. But yeah, it's a great way for you to like make some extra money, and you literally just type in their name and address and then it's sent to them. So super convenient. And also, this is just something I've told myself, I'll sell my 5 that I have, and then I won't buy more until I have someone's information. So then like I'm not spending my own money. So then like I will spend it, but like not until I have that customer and all their information and they already Venmoed me, then I'll just buy more, because then I'm like, okay, pumped, 5 more. And then like when you have that, does that make sense? So just do that and then keep it going. But it's actually so convenient and fun. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Of course, when you're selling samples, like they just pay you cash. So whatever payment you want to accept is fine. However much you want to charge is totally up to you. I do $20, and I always give the sample price and the loyal customer price, because of course you always want to get them as a loyal customer if you can. So even like if I post a story or a status about samples, I tell them about Skinny Brew, and then I say you can get a 3-day sample pack for $20, or you can get a full month supply for $78. Which do you prefer? And probably half of the time they're gonna just get the month supply because it's such a better deal. And I got this from Rachel Jones, for people that host a post for her. So we've always said like, great, your entry's in, like, just so you know, if you order yourself, you get 2 additional entries. So I'm doing that, but I'm also adding, after I say that, I say, hey, do you like coffee? And if they say yes, I'll post it in the comments, which 90% of people are going to say yes. Oh, that's my next placement. Okay, I got this from Rachel Jones. It's Eek. We came out with a French roast fat burning coffee, and we have 3-day sample packs ready to be sent directly to your door. Normally they're $20, but $15 today for those who posted for me. Do you want it? And I sold 4 sample packs last week just from this. And then for people that, like for my loyal customers that haven't tried Skinny Brew yet, I tell them if they refer me to like a friend or a family member who might be interested in products, I'll send them a Skinny Brew sample pack for free if that person that they refer to me orders as an LC. Okay, Ellie, thank you so much for sharing. We have Kaylee, your story and best tips for enrolling distributors.
Hi guys, I'm Kaylee. So I've been in the business for, it's actually going to be 3 years the end of next month. It's crazy to me. It just feels like it was just yesterday. I started nursing school about 6 months now. And I started just for a couple extra $100 in my pocket so I can help pay for my expenses. I was going to clinicals like hours away, so I needed extra gas money, and I wasn't able to work because nursing school was so demanding. So, and also I was paying for my part of tuition. And my grandmother has been such a huge supporter, and she, put everything on the line to get me to nursing school. So I was like, my last year I was struggling financially, and I was like, I'm not going to stop here. And Nicole kept popping up on my story. Like, she kept following up with me, and I probably took like a year until I reached out to her, because I was at the point where it was like, okay, she's in dental hygiene school. She can do it. Why can't I do it? So then I actually joined with the $10 deal. So, and I'm still here. And then I went diamond. My first year, I didn't really work as much as I should have. I was too much in my head. And then in about like a year, I went diamond. And since then, I've been able to, I paid for my boards, and then I was a full-time nurse while still doing this business. I was working night shifts, 12-hour night shifts. And even then I was like in my head, like, I'm so tired. And like, so my biggest tips for you guys is be you, be consistent, and be confident. Tell yourself you're going to enroll DTs. Tell yourself that they're coming to you. And honestly, when I tell you self-development has changed my mindset when it comes to enrolling LCs or DTs, it's changed my mindset. And like the other day, my brother came in and he was like, "Are you gonna get LCs today?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." He was like, "How many?" "None yet, but I'm going to get 5 before the end of the night." And I got 4. So it's just all about telling yourself, because whatever you focus on. So I was listening to Tony Robbins the other day. I love listening to him. He said, whatever you focus on is what you're going to feel. So if you tell yourself you can't enroll DTs, like no one is going to answer you or any of that, like that's exactly what's going to happen. And honestly, just doing that, those 3 things, being you, like no one's gonna, I do message, cold message for DTs, but the big thing that's really helped me with like reeling them in is just being yourself. I've had so many people like reach out to me, nursing students, like know your audience. My audience is like nursing students, college students. Know your audience, because you have to know what you're going to relate with. Like think about it. You don't follow anyone on your Instagram or whatever platform you use that you don't have any interest or any commonalities with, you know? So make sure, so if you like horses, you know, talk about horses. Or if you're a mom, like follow other moms and college students. There's so many college students on this team, so take that advantage. And then also another thing is just interacting with your followers, because if you're just sending out cold messages, there's a good chance they're going to be like, okay, who is she? Like, they're going to leave you on red. So I've had just interacting and building that rapport with PDTs and potentials. And then when I'm actually in the conversation, I get their number, and voice texting has been a game changer. Them hearing your voice is like, they hear the tone of your voice and the excitement. And honestly, I've been signing a lot of DTs like that, just voice messaging and just being real with them. Like Ellie said, like you're going to tell them your story, but you're going to talk about who you are as a person as well.
I love that. And guys, Kaylee is literally like a savage. She works like million hours a day, is a nurse, so it's not easy, and comes home and still works her business to the fullest every day, tired or not. And I'm sure she's tired like 90% of the time.
Mind over matter. I'm going double.
Yes, let's cheer her on. Kaylee is literally like 1,000 from promoting to double, and it's the 4th, so like triple. Let's go. Thank you so much. Marissa, where you at, girl?
I'm right here. Okay, so a little bit of like background. I joined about, I would say like 2 years ago. I was moving to the opposite end of the state to go to college, and I saw Celeste posting, and I was like, this girl is so pretty. I was like, what does she do? Because she's always like on vacation. And I saw one of her stories, and I'm like, okay, why not me? I'm just going to take a chance and do it. So, you know, I went through a little bit of inconsistency, but now I'm back and I'm better. So since then, I've really just changed my mindset about like, what do I want out of this business and what's going to like light my fire. So I think that's a huge thing, is doing self-development, like getting yourself pumped up, even if it seems like, oh my gosh, that's so far away. Like the more you pump yourself up, the closer it will get. So some things that I have been doing to enroll DTs and grow my team and all that good stuff. I've been doing a lot of like talking videos on my stories. So that's really important. Let them see your face. Let them see like your emotions. Like if you get emotional about it, like it's totally fine, you know? And also keeping in mind that your Instagram profile doesn't always have to be a highlight reel. You know, show the good and the bad, like show other people like you're just like them, you have your days, but you know, you do this business regardless because that's what makes you happy and you want something out of it. So talking videos, just kind of sharing your story, sharing why you joined, what it's done for you, big or small, is still super valuable to other people. I mean, even if it's like spending time with like your daughter or your son or whatever it is, like some people want that. So that's really important. And then once you like get their number and stuff, or even if you're still talking on Instagram, I do a lot of voice messaging. What I'll do if, like, for instance, yesterday I did a poll. I was like, you know, who's interested in working from home? And I had like a couple people vote. And what I did is I would just say something like, hey, I saw you vote on my story and that you're interested in working from home. Would you like to hear more, or do you want more info? Something like that. They'll say yes. So then I'll send a voice message and I'll just say, okay, work for a health and wellness company. I've been in it for how long? I joined because this. And then say what it's done for you. And then at the end, I usually like to ask, what is your goal? What is something that you want out of it? It doesn't have to be millions of dollars. Like what, you know, you reached out for a reason. So I like to ask what their goals are, and usually that'll kind of spur like a little bit of conversation. You can get a little personal with it, and people relate to emotion too. So keep that in mind. Even if you are not the type to show a lot of emotion, kind of at least let a little bit, you know, show, because people will grab onto that. And trying to think if there's anything else. That I think those are like my main things, because that's something that I would want from someone else, is for them to like resonate with me and relate to me and kind of just be completely honest about their journey. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you. And even if you just joined today or you haven't promoted yet, you still have a story. You joined for a reason. So talk about that reason and talk about how you're pushing towards that goal. I joined 3 months ago to make an extra couple $100 a month. And right now, like, I'm close to promoting to Ruby, and that's gonna like happen for me. So just talk about that and talk about what this is going to do for you. Okay, Erica, darling.
Sorry, my mouse wasn't working. Hello. I forget what you're supposed to say first. Your
Story, and then tips for annoying distributors.
Okay, sounds good. I knew that. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm Erica. I joined almost 2 years ago. My enroller's name is Jenna, but basically Nicole and Celeste are my enrollers. I saw her posting and I was like, I'm going to find this girl or I'm going to join her team. Like, she's either going to die today or I'm going to join her team because she's really annoying to me, but she also has a great life. So what's going to happen? Okay, so I want to start out by saying, like, you are never going to have a perfect month or be always one thing every single month. I've had months where I've almost gotten 30 distributors. I've had months where I've gotten 1 distributor. And I can say that the months I've gotten 1 distributor is because I wasn't working hard. My mindset wasn't right. And I know we've all said mindset like every single time we've been on here, but it's the truth. Like, if your mind isn't in set, like, you are not going to do well. Like, your brain isn't attached like to your body, that's just not going to happen. So I will say that, like, you're never going to have 1 month of being consistent. So don't be too hard on yourself, but always do the actions that make you consistent. Like, your results might not always end up being the same, but like, as long as you're consistently doing what you want to do and what you should be doing, you can't lose. I mean, you might get unlucky if you believe in that, but like, you're not going to lose and you're not going to cheat yourself out. I am always on my story every single morning making my coffee. From time to time, I get on and talk, and it's never that I don't want to, that I just don't. I just genuinely, I'm so busy making stories that look bright and open and appealing and swipe up and do this and do that. Almost every single distributor that I have ever gotten, I either had a swipe up, a life post, or I interacted with them. I'm going to use Danielle as an example. She dressed up as Dwayne The Rock Johnson for Halloween, and that's my man. I love my husband, but like, The Rock is my boo, okay? And I was like, girl, you are like, what I say, like, you're literally an inspiration or something. I was like, you give me life. And she's like, okay, I'm joining your team. So be consistent, interact all the time. Sorry, I live in an airfield, so if you hear that, sorry. Like interact. I cannot stress that enough. And make life posts that count. Like talk about what's happening. Don't just be like, don't be bland, like be transparent, be yourself, don't be cookie cutter. If you, like Leah had just said, if you're not a girly girl that wants to go get nail and hair money, don't talk about getting nail and hair money. Go talk about getting dirt bikes and muddy sneakers. I don't know what you want to do, but like, and like be yourself. Like at the end of the day, you have to be yourself. Like it's people, like you join your enroller because they were being themselves. Like there's people are going to join you because you're being yourself. And by the way, posting, like talking about products on your story, easy DT money. Like people are like, okay, obviously she likes what she's selling and she's passionate about it and she has a nice life, looks like her Instagram. So like if she likes what she's selling, I'm gonna like what she's selling too. Like I want to do this. So like be passionate about what you're selling and be a product of the product, because not only are you going to sell the products, but you're going to show people that you enjoy what you're doing.
I love that. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Dakota.
My palms are so sweaty right now. I hate speaking, guys. Oh, okay. I'm Dakota. I joined back in August with Brea, and I did not work until February. I did not work until I went to conference and met everyone face to face, and don't do that. Do not have this job and don't work, because now I hated it. Like, I hated looking back and being like, oh my gosh, August to February is longer than February to May right now, and I've promoted 3 times. Like, I could be a millionaire by now if I would have not sat on my hands. So don't do that. I am a full-time student. I'm a freshman. I wake up at 5 a.m. almost every single day. I go and work in my brother's grocery store right now. Like, we are not essential workers. I get that. We all get that, but that does not mean we are not working as if we are. Like, do not put yourself out. Like, do not think that people don't have money. They have money. They have a stimulus check. They are working. Like, they got savings. Like, people, just reach out. Do not judge someone's pocket. I held a yard sale to get into this business. I probably made like $98. I took $1 out of my pocket and I said, okay, we're doing this. Like, I want to join this business. And then I sat and I waited for money to come. It does not work like that. Today, I told everyone, I was like, I just put up a live post. I've been sitting on my hands for 2 weeks on putting a live post, and I have 4 potential DTs I'm talking to because of my one live post, because I am real on there. And that is when people see you. Like, people aren't just going to look at your story and be like, oh, how cool. Like, she knows what she's doing. She knows how to type words. Good for her. No, no one cares. We all went to 2nd grade. I hope. We're all here, right? Like, 2nd grade was a thing for everybody. So, like, we all have our flaws, and do not be afraid to post that. I am seriously up at 5, but I'm not going to put a story of me drinking my keto coffee at 5 a.m. and no one's going to see it until 9. Like, oh, that's some cold coffee right there. Like, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Like, be you, be original, make the time. Like, I'll be standing at the register and I'll be like unloading groceries. Great. They're all going to go through. I'm going to sit and I'm going to send 20 messages right now. You have time. You're on the crapper probably half the day, maybe. Sit and get some messages out. Like, it does not take more than like a little effort. Just the slightest effort, like, goes so far. I'm sorry. I make really bad references. Like, I see all your faces. I'm really sorry. But anyways, we all have time in our day. If you're not using it for the business, you're not going to see a promotion. It is May 4th, you guys. We have how many? 27 days. Second grade. 27 days to promote. Like, you can do, if I can do this, I am so busy that I am being a little bitch 90% of the day when I could be enrolling so many other people to like hype up and talk about sitting on the crapper and doing all the things. Like, do not waste your day. Don't do it. Like, I make time. I send out probably 200 cold messages a day. I say, hey girl, quick question. Everyone replies to that. They're like, oh my God, she loves me. She wants to know what I'm wearing today. Like, she wants to know my hair color. No, I really don't. I want to know if you're going to buy products from me or you're going to sell them with me. Could you get one of the two? And if neither of them work, turn it into a hosted post. Okay, well, here's my giveaway. I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to send you a different one. If you're up for it, I'm going to send it right now. No one is going to say no to free money. Nobody. So I get up a hosted post. If I do not have a DT or an LC that day, I'm not going to sleep. I have to have at least potentials. Like, maybe I won't get a customer, maybe I won't get a DT, but if I have like 5 numbers in my phone from that day, I'm going to count that as a win. I have to have myself grace. I know, Celeste, give yourself grace. But I am red, you guys. When I see a face, I see money with it. Like, they have that little filter right here that's like dollar signs, and I'm like, hee hee, guess what? You're mine. Hi, here I am. Join my team. And it always doesn't work like that. Like, 90% of the time, they want to know more, which I'm all here. Like, I sound like a dude, but I'm going to voice message. I'm going to be like, listen, I know I'm a girl. Surprise. Hi, join my team. Here's why. And I pour my heart and soul into them because no one wants to join just like a billboard. We don't do that. When I drive, I don't look at that and I'm like, oh my God, she looks great today. She looks so nice. I'm going to go ask her what she's doing. No, so be you, be original, put a live post up. If you do not have a live post on your page, put one up. I promise it's going to take you to the whole nother level. And conference. I would not know half of these ladies without conference. Like, make some money so you can go to conference. I took it out of my college savings. If any of you tell my mom that, I might murder you. Do not. But I found the money, and it's changing. Like, it changed my whole life, you guys. Like, conference just poured into me. I did not know Celeste before that. Now I FaceTime her about every single thing in my life. Like, this is not just products and people. Like, this is a family, and we all take care of one another. If you're having an issue, reach out to one of us. Like, we are all here to help. Ask your upline for anything. If someone just sends you a smiley face, be like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm not going to say, okay, thanks for your time. Like, be like, what am I supposed to do with a smiley face? Hit him back with a wink? Like, no. Hit your upline up, please. Drives me nuts. If I do not hear from you, I'm going to go home and I'm going to cry. And I'm not lying, because being a little bitch is my title. I am the CEO of that, you guys. But I have to stop because my mindset goes to my team. And if my team gets down, that's my loss. Those are my girls. That is my family. Like, take care of one another and just please raise each other up. Keep your mindset positive. Do your self-development. Like Marissa says, she yelled at me, you guys. That changed my world. If I'm laying in bed, you can watch Netflix, you can watch self-development. Do you want your promotion or do you want to watch season 2? Because you can watch season 2 at any time. If you're rich, you can get Netflix forever. So just find the balance. I did it today. I did not work today, surprisingly, but I am waking up at 5 tomorrow to go to work. And then I'm going to do my job. And then I'm going to go, bless you. And then I'm going to do schoolwork. Like, I have finals next week, but I'm not going to let that get me down. I have promotion May 31st. If you think I'm stopping at double, you are all shaking your head wrong. Because I am not. We're going farther. And one more thing on samples. When you send out your samples, that is not the end of their life. You need to text them right after. It tells you when it's shipped and delivered. Text them. Be like, hey, I saw you got your samples. Have you had a chance to try them? If they say, yes, I need more, then hello, LC, sign them up. Do the damn thing. If they say, no, I haven't had time, be like, oh, we'll definitely get it in. It's only 3 days. We have a big sale going on. And always follow up. I am so thankful for all of you and for letting me talk a mile a minute.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I know we've been on for like an hour now, but I have a couple more things I want to talk about. So I get asked probably 5 times a day, how can I motivate my team? And I always say you can't motivate, you can only inspire. So like Ellie said, like you're going to have people join your team that end up like not doing anything. But also, you never know when someone's time is going to be. Marissa, I'm going to call you out. She joined 2 years ago and just fully started working her business. And when she did that, she promoted that month to Ruby. So you never know when someone's time is going to be. Like, never give up on one of your distributors. Just always be there for them. And if it's not their time right now, like, that's okay. When they are ready, you're going to be there for them. And guys, with every single one of your promotions, you are changing so many other people's lives, okay? When you promote to Diamond, at least 3 people under you are Ruby. That's 3 people making an average of $500 a month. Double, that's 5 Rubies. 5 people making an extra $500 a month. Triple, 10 people making an extra $500 a month. Presidential, 18 people making $500 a month. Ambassador, at least 38 distributors making $500 a month from their phone. Like, you're doing this for you, and you get to help so many people along the way do that. Like, just think about how incredible that is, that how many lives that we get to change. So use that to motivate you as well. Like, I know, like, me and Erica, we're so excited to help so many people on our team promote every month. Erica promoted like 10 Rubies last month. Like, that's 10 girls making $500 a month on their phone. That's insane. And I forgot where I got this quote. It says, if there's no enemy, I can't talk. If there's no enemy within, I can't read my own handwriting. The enemy without can do no harm. If there's no enemy within, then enemy without can do no harm. You are your biggest, like, enemy. You get down on yourself. Like, if you believe in yourself 100%, what everyone else is saying on the outside doesn't matter. So believe in yourself, do the things. Sorry, I'm trying to read my handwriting. I was taking so many notes when people were talking. Oh, okay, life posting. So you all heard people say, like, host a post and be yourself. And Brittany Hayes always says, anyone can do this business, but not everybody will. So when I'm live posting, I'm writing like I'm talking to my dream distributor, because those are the type of people I want to join. Does anyone have any questions, anything else they want to share?
Can I say something real quick? I missed a lot of my introduction, but I'm not even gonna go back there. Talking about like people on the outside telling you you can't do something. My enroller told me I will not promote. The month I went Diamond, she was like, you're not, it's not happening. I'm not gonna allow it. Okay. Fuck that. Okay, you are gonna promote. Like, you are in charge of your life and you are gonna go above and beyond. And like, about the friendships, like literally, I lived with Nicole and Celeste. They took me in a time that I if I would have stayed home, my mom would have killed me, or I would have killed her. I don't know which would have happened first. And Kaylee literally spoke at my wedding. Like, she gave a speech, made me cry. My favorite extensions, eyelash extensions. But like, guys, like, you are in control of your whole life, and take these people and take them in your life and take their energy and make it about you, because like, these energy and inspiration you're going to get from these people is amazing.
I love that. Thank you so much. Anybody else have anything to share? Yes, Dakota.
Okay, one more thing. I did not have a why when I joined. When I joined, I seriously just was like, I have $100. I'm just going to do it anyway. And that is why I did nothing with it. If you do not know your why, you're not going to know why you did this. Like, I put $100 into this, and you know what I did? I just put $100 into it. Like, if you do not know your why, now I have like a million whys. But you need one that is going to motivate you, one that is going to push you to like your limits of breaking. But know your why. If you do not know your why, Celeste is like the queen of helping you find it. Like, trust me, you need to know your why. And now one of my whys is just to keep this family, because sometimes, like Erica said, you have those people that do not want to see you succeed. 90% of the world does not want you to succeed because that means you're doing better than them. But we are all here to make sure you succeed. We want you to. We want to help you. We want to push you. So let us. Do not do this alone when you have a whole community with you.
I love that. And same thing, like when I joined, I barely had enough money to pay for groceries every week, but I didn't have like a set why when I joined. I just wanted to make more money. Like, I didn't have a set number. Like, I just wanted extra money. And it took me until I got the double diamond, until I found a why that made me cry. Literally, I heard it all the time. If your why doesn't make you cry, it's not strong enough. And I was like, I'm just not that type of person. Like, I wouldn't cry about it. And then as a double diamond, I earned a spot to go to one of Jade Hooper's VIP retreats. And she had us do an ambassador speech. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just like, you just promoted to ambassador, you're on stage, Mark just handed you the mic. Like, what is your story? And this was the first time I was meeting like all of these people in person, like Jade Hooper, Sarah Neiman, like all of these top people. And Jade had me go first. And I had no idea like what I was going to say. I was like, I don't know. And then I was standing in front of everyone and I'm like, okay, like, my name is Celeste. I'm an ambassador diamond. And I was like, holy moly. Just saying it out loud. Like, I want you all to say it out loud when I am an ambassador diamond. And like, I could cry just thinking about it, because like making $30,000 a month from your phone, think about how much you can do with that. And as soon as I said it, I was like, wow, like I paid off over $80,000 in debt. I paid for my siblings' college. I retired my grandparents from having to work. Like, your face. Like, I have a 6-figure savings. I get to give back in a month more than I used to make in a month. And then, you know, the song God's Plan by Drake. And in the song, he like, in the music video, he walks into the store and he's like, everyone, like, put whatever you want in your cart. It's on me today. I was like, I want to do that. Like, I'm going to go to a grocery store and pay for everybody's groceries. Like, I'm going to change millions and millions of people's lives. Like, if that doesn't make you cry, I don't know what will, but just keep dreaming bigger. Like, just dream bigger. That's all I gotta say. Every single day I try to dream bigger. And if your dream board doesn't give you some type of feels, then you need a better one. Okay? And make like a dream board for you. Like, my dream board is mostly like text, because like pictures like sometimes don't do it for me. So it doesn't, your dream board isn't going to look like mine. Like, tailor it to yourself. I have my custom Tesla that I literally at least once a week go to the Tesla website and custom make my Tesla over and over again, because that gets me hyped up and I know it's going to happen soon because I always do that. Does anyone else have anything to share?
I just want to say one thing about excuses, because hearing Nicole's story, it's going to make me cry just talking about it. And hearing how she went presidential while her father was dying, you guys, your excuses are not valid. And I mean that with the most, her father was literally dying and she's still promoted. That is amazing. So anything that you have going on is like, it's just not, and you can still, you can do it, you guys. You just have to believe in yourself and just work through whatever the heck it is, because life happens. But if you let that get in the way and you let it stop you, then you just lose twice. So I just want to say that, no excuses. And I believe in every single one of you, and I can't wait for everyone to promote this month. I'm so excited. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much. I love it. I'm so excited for all of the promotions this month. Put in a comment what you're promoting to. And the last thing I'll share is, if you do not believe in yourself, then borrow my belief, because I believe in every single one of you. You got me in my feels. Erica, take it away.
What do you mean? What?
Okay,
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
take it away. I was just going to have you jump in because I was having a moment there.
Oh, I was also having a moment, so I didn't know what to do. literally just like do the damn thing. Like there's no other option. Like you will make that speech one day. It is gonna happen. Like win a competition, get away to go meet Celeste and stay. Because I'll tell you what, staying with her and Nicole changed my life. Like not in a dramatic, like, oh my God, this like business changed my life. No. Like it changed my life. Like LC's like meant something different. Like, okay, I know everyone in this chat who has ever been to Nicole's house, if you've ever sat at that little round coffee table on her favorite rug and you have ever gotten an LC, you have experienced like true joy. Because after that LC, you got a shot of tequila from Celeste. You were bumping with Rachel to Freaky Friday. Like you were just doing the damn thing. Like just get with these people, win these trips too, or just don't win. Just ask. I don't know. I'm not trying to open your house to everybody, but I'll come. I'll come help make food and stuff. But like, just like get there, or get with your enroller. Get together. Like I know this part of my team isn't even here anymore, but that's not the point of the message. But I know whenever I first went double, when we all hang out, oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like the momentum. And like now, since we're all social distancing, get on Zooms. Like be there, be with your team. Like FaceTime your team. I know I usually work a lot better FaceTime my girls one-on-one, but like just do it and go ambassador, and let's all cry together.
I love that you said that, Erica, because when I was promoting to Diamond, I was still going to school in Fort Lauderdale, and I had like really no local team. I had one girl from my school that joined my team, and she joined literally like 2 weeks before I promoted to Diamond. But when I was like pushing, I was on Zoom with Amber Pord, however you say her last name, for like 24 hours every single day, because we were both like pushing and pushing and pushing. So if you have a local team, like hang out with each other. It's so much fun. And if you don't, like, I'll be more than happy to be on Zoom with you all day, every day. And like, we can take shots through the phone. Okay, it's fine. Celebrate your wins. Like, give yourself grace. If you don't meet your goal like that day, like if you say your goal is 3 LCs a day and maybe you didn't enroll any, but you know you worked your butt off, give yourself grace and know that all of your actions, all of your hard work is going to pay off. And if you are promoting this month and you are serious about promoting and getting one of those diamond bonuses, work 10 times harder than you think you need to work. Okay, wake up an hour earlier, stay up an hour later. I promise when you see that paycheck, you're not going to be like, damn, I wish I had that extra hour of sleep. Okay, the bar will be there if we're ever out of quarantine after you promote. Netflix will be there after you promote. Do all the things, and I promise you it will all pay off. I love you so much. Thank you for everyone that spoke tonight. You guys are amazing. And have a great night.